What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So the truth, former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr. is going absolutely viral today. Errol Spence is back on social media. Errol Spence put up a clip on his Instagram earlier of him being wheeled out the hospital after having cataract surgery, right? On the same eye, he suffered a broken or detached retina. So Errol Spence Jr. suffered the first loss of his career July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, when he took on and lost in the highly anticipated undisputed welterweight showdown between himself and now 3-division world champion, former undisputed junior welterweight world champion, now the reigning undisputed welterweight world champion. Well, the unified welterweight world champion. He's a 2-division undisputed champion and widely acknowledged as the best fighter in the world in Terrence "Bud" Crawford. They fought July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada. Errol Spence, he put up a post and he stated that, he had to have this cataract surgery because it was hindering his vision. And in the fight with Terrence Crawford is the reason why he couldn't see the jabs and the hooks. And he since removed that post, but he kept up the post of him being wheeled out in the wheelchair and saying that he had to have the cataract surgery. And so Errol Spence now responds and he says, plain and simple, after that, because it went viral, because it's given a reason and an excuse as to why you lost, right? And so Errol Spence, he responds to that, and he's now saying he wasn't living a fighter's lifestyle, and this whipping was long overdue. Eventually, it caught up to him, essentially, is what Errol Spence is saying. The lifestyle, or the lack thereof lifestyle of living like a boxer, it eventually caught up to him, and he said he got whooped. And that is what took place. Errol Spence won the first round, in my opinion. He won the first half of the third round. He got dropped in the second round, twice in the seventh round, then stopped in the ninth round. And in between that, all of those rounds in between that, he was getting battered in those rounds. And so the fight on paper was seen to be a 50-50 fight if there ever were one. But it simply was not a 50-50 fight, right? And so it wasn't competitive. Terrence Crawford was very dominant in the fight. And then afterwards, Errol Spence looked like he was in a brutal fight. And Terrence Crawford looked like he could fight another 12 rounds, right? And so the fact that Errol Spence put up that post and gave the indication that the reason why he lost is because he had this cataracts that was impairing his vision and preventing him from seeing Terrence Crawford's punches, it didn't sit well with many fans. And, it was, ultimately a way to, it was discrediting Terrence "Bud" Crawford and his accomplishments. Although at the end of that, Errol Spence did say, great performance on the part of Terrence Crawford, but that's still backhanded, because you saying that you only pretty much lost because you couldn't see his punches. You couldn't see his jabs and his hooks. So if you couldn't see his jabs and his hooks, and that's the main punches that he was using to win the fight, then that's why you lost. So it's discrediting Terrence Crawford and his accomplishments. And so Errol Spence, he decided to change that up and rectify it and say, essentially, that's not the reason why he lost, but the fact that he didn't live a fighter's lifestyle leading up into that fight finally caught up to him. We know Errol Spence suffered a horrific car accident just 10 days after unifying the belts, beating Sean Porter in 2019. that saw him out the ring for 14 months, more importantly, saw him fighting for his life, right? And then he got back in the swing of things 14 months later, fought Danny Garcia, beat him December 5th of 2020. But then he suffered going into a fight with the most marquee commercial fight and biggest fight of his career against Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. He suffered a broken nor detached retina. Either or, right? I don't know if it was broken or it was just detached. There's a difference. And so Errol Spence was removed from that fight. Yordenis Ugas replaced him. Yordenis Ugas beats Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence comes back and he dominates, breaks down Yordenis Ugas, breaks his ribs, nose, and orbital bone, and captures the WBA title. But this goes along the lines of what I told you guys, is that, again, when he fought against Yordenis Ugas, his lifestyle, as he stated, didn't catch up to him because he's the superior athlete. He's the superior boxer. He's just better than Yordenis Ugas. And so the cream rose to the top. Although he faced adversity, he was able to overcome that because he's just a better fighter and has a higher work rate and is a more technically sound fighter than Yordenis Ugas. And so, with that said, when he fought the likes of Terrence Crawford, that wasn't the case because Terrence Crawford's cream could rise and meet him at the top. So Terrence Crawford went to another level. And that's why Errol Spence is saying, I didn't live a fighter's lifestyle and I took a beating. That was long overdue for essentially abusing a lifestyle that I should have been living. And it caught up to me. And now I lost. And he has the immediate rematch clause. When you look at the repair for this type of surgery, it says it's an 8 weeks recovery period. When you have cataract removed, it's an 8-week recovery period. So this explains when people say his eyes was glazy and glazing. Well, that explains it. And he said that he showed up at the post-fight press conference, no glasses on, right? And, he congratulated Terrence Crawford, shook his hand, and kept it moving and collected his check. So was this a correlation with the car accident and the lifestyle, the cataracts? When he said he didn't wear his glasses, I'm wondering if it was just his vision overall. Does he just need to wear glasses and he's just like abusing the fact that he's not wearing the glasses, neglecting the fact that he's not wearing his glasses and his vision is getting bad? You understand? Because that could very well be the case. And so he's saying, he's addressing the fact that people are saying he didn't live the fighter lifestyle, or he's using the eye injury and eye surgery as an excuse for why he lost to Terrence Bud Crawford. So he's saying there ain't no excuse, but I wasn't living a fighter's lifestyle up until this point, and it caught up to me. Again, people are going to take that as an excuse, right? You wasn't living a fighter's lifestyle. That's on you. He's in a catch-22. It's just best for him to say the better man won. Because although he's saying, well, I didn't live the fighter's lifestyle and it caught up to me, when people are going to say, well, that's not Terrence Crawford's fault. So again, you're saying that finally it caught up to you. You understand? So at this point, he has a rematch clause that he already activated, and he plans to have the rematch. Clearly he had the surgery today because they're talking about the weather and this bad rain over in Texas right now. And you can see that being part of it in the video. So don't know how long the recovery period is going to be for him, a high-class athlete, world-class athlete. I don't know if it's going to be different for him than it is, for the average person, on average, it says the recovery period is 8 weeks. So we don't know how long the recovery period is going to be for Errol Spence, but that's the recovery period. So we got to see how this unfolds and plays out. But he addressed it and he said, ain't no excuses. I just got my butt beat, period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.